ಸರ್
Yes.
ಹಾಂ ಸರ್ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು.
Okay.
53 ಜನ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
No problem. ನನಗೆ co-host ಕೊಡ್ಬಿಡಿ.
ಆಯ್ತು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಸರ್.
Yes, good afternoon. ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಪ್ರಜ್ವಲ್?
ಸರ್
ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಂತ.
ಹೌದು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು, ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು.
ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು?
ಇಲ್ಲ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದೆ ಸರ್.
ಓಕೆ. Right, I'll share my. Okay. Okay. Good afternoon. Yes. Yeah. The weightage of the topic is one question in Karnataka CET. Right. So we'll go through some synopsis, then we'll go to the problems. Okay. Right. And the weightage of the topic is one question. And every year, one question is appeared, right? Yeah. Next, we'll start with the vectors. Then we'll go for 3D. Vectors, then 3D. Because without basic concepts of vectors, you cannot do the problems on 3D. Right. Yes. I take 1 minute time, so I'll be continue with the synopsis. Yes. So let me start with some synopsis, then we'll go for problems. So let me consider some data. For example, 3, 5, 7, 10, and 12, 14. Mean, MEAN, mean value. Okay, mean value. Give you the mean value of the given data. That is raw data. That is ungrouped data. And if you are interested in finding median, you need to write the data in ascending order. It is already in ascending order only. And you have to find out the middle value, that is 3, 14, 5, 12. Now these two are the middle values now. So to get the median, it is 7 plus 10, 17 by 2, that is 8.5. 8.5 is the value of median here. This is how you have to calculate median. Okay, now to find out mode, what is mode here? What is mode? What is mode here? Anyone? You can tell me in chat. What is the mode of this data? Given data? Yeah, that is most repeated, exactly. So there is no value which is repeated, therefore mode is not defined for this data. Okay, no mode. Okay, if a 10 is repeated twice, then mode is 10. If a 10 is repeated, then answer is 10. Okay, right. So this is how we have to calculate mean, median, and mode, right? Okay. Now, if you want to calculate the mean deviation, then 3, 5, 7, 10, 12, 14 is there. If you want to calculate the mean deviation, mean is what? We have to calculate the mean here. So let me calculate that. 36 here, and it is 15. 36 plus 15. 51 divided by 6. This is the mean. And you have to take the difference between the data and the mean. Data and the mean. Okay. That difference, that is xi, if I take this data as x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, and x6, and if you take the differences with the mean, that is xi minus x bar, and I'll put here modulus because we are taking the difference, not the actual, we are not taking this, we're not doing the subtraction here, we're taking the difference. That is why we have to put the modulus. Okay. Now divide by n, that will give you the mean deviation. Remember, you have to take the difference, that's it. Okay. Now, after mean deviation, you need to calculate variance. How to calculate variance? xi, that data, minus x bar square, just square that. After taking the difference, if you are squaring those data, that will give you the variance. Then mean deviation, variance, and standard deviation. To get the standard deviation, just put square root on variance. This will give you the square root of a variance is called standard deviation, right? Okay. Now, yeah, now we'll move on to some basic questions. Then I'll come back with the synopsis again, right? You can go through the problems. Yes. Find out the mean deviation of the data. From the mean, first you calculate mean value, then mean deviation.
Oh, no, why you are putting video here? We told so many times not to put, no?
Okay. What is the answer? Two 9,93694. First, you need to calculate x bar, right? What is x bar? 2 plus 9 plus 9 plus 3 plus 6 plus 9 plus 4. Now divided by how many number of yeah, it is 6, correct, Triveni. Divided by number of elements are 7, right? Now you calculate the difference. Yes. Option B, correct. Option B is the right answer. Good. So this is x bar. Now you have to take the difference with x bar. The different mean deviation, that is how much it is deviated. That difference we have to calculate. Okay. So what is the difference between 2 and 6? Xi minus x bar. Sigma. That indicates you have to take the and divide by n. You have to say take the summation. Okay. The difference between 2 and 6 is 3. Sorry, 4. 6 and 9 is 3. 3. 3. 0. 3. 4. Divide by 7. Okay. Now, which is equal to 3 plus 3 plus 3 plus 3. How much? It is 12 plus 8, 20. Divided by 7. 7 2s are 14. 60. 7 5s are 7 5s are 35. I think 40, right? 7 2s are 14, 60. Is that right? Twenty by 7, 2.57. 12 plus 8, correct? Or 8 is 18. 12 plus 8, right? So this is 2, right? Yeah, the last one is 2. So if you add up to, that will be add up to 18. Yeah. 18 divided by 7. That is 2 point, left is 4, 440, 5 is 7 is correct. 2.57 is the answer. Right? Correct. Next. So let me go through, I'll give you one more idea. So let me solve the, yeah, try to solve this problem now. Question number 4. Mean deviation of the data. After doing this problem, we will come to some conclusion that how to calculate directly if you know the previous data. Yeah, try to get the answer. Yeah, good. Option B, 2.57 only, right? Very good. Many of them are answered 2.57. Very good. Exactly. Now I'll tell you, I'll show you that difference. This problem. That problem number 4 here. See here. Problem number 3. Yeah. Now this is what the problem, the previous problem. And if you compare with this equation, if you can compare this equation number problem number 1 and problem number 4, the difference, you can see the difference here. Here we have 2 and here we have 3. Here it is 9, here it is 10. 9, 10, 3, 4, 6, 7, 9, 10, 4, 5. What is the difference? Yes, difference is 1. Now, what is the mean you got for question number 4? What is the mean you got the answer as? Mean for question number 4. What is the mean value for question number 4? It is 7. And here it is 6, right? Here it is 6. And here it is 7. Now you can think, so you need to add 1 to the previous mean. If its mean is 6, you need to add 1 more than that. That will give you the mean value. Now, what about mean deviation? It is 2.57 for the previous problem. And here, what is the mean deviation? That is same as the previous one. Why? Because if what is the difference between this 6 and 2? It is 4. And 6 and 9, it is 3. Is that right? And what about here? 7 and 3, 4. 7 and 10, 3. The same difference is going on. Because of that, when you are taking the difference is same. That is why there is no change in the mean deviation. This you have to know properly. Then only you can do the problems very quickly, right? So let me draw one table here so that we can come to some conclusion that, yeah, for old data, okay, if let me write here x bar, then mean deviation, then we will calculate variance, then standard deviation, okay. If for the old data, if you are adding k, what is the change in x bar? What is the change in x bar? You need to add k here. Yeah, this must be plus k. Okay. And what about the mean deviation? No change. What about variance? No change. Standard deviation, no change. Why? For variance, you are taking the difference, then you will square it, right? Here's the formula. Mean deviation is unaltered because you are taking the difference for the old data and the new mean, you are getting the same thing. And you are squaring the same mean deviation, so that will not affect the variance value, right? And since variance is also not varying, and the standard deviation will also be the same value. Okay. If I subtract the old data by k, now tell me what should I do for x bar? Tell me what I have to make to get x bar. It is minus k, exactly. And what about mean deviation? No change, because after getting the mean, if you take the difference, you will not find any difference because all the differences will be same. And variance is also unaltered, and standard deviation is also unaltered. You have to concentrate on this. Now, if it is multiplied by k, what is the change in the x bar? What is change in the x bar? X bar is multiplied by k. Remember, multiplied by k, exactly. And mean deviation is also multiplied by k. Variance is also multiplied by k, but because of variance is square is there for variance, so it will be multiplied by k square. Remember, this is very, very important. Multiplied by k square when it is the case of variance. If you multiply the old data by k, the new data will be, to get the variance, just multiply that variance by into k square. What is the answer for standard deviation? Multiplied by k. Okay, multiplied by k. Remember this chart. And we are not doing this divide by k. Why? Because if you divide that, the whole data will be altered drastically, so we will not entertain the division of the data. Okay, let me move on to the different problems so that you can answer this very easily. Yes, let me ask those who want to answer, they can raise their hand I can interact with them. What is the answer for question number 3? Many of them are telling that it is option A is the answer. Okay. Those who want to speak, they can raise their hand. No one interested, so let me discuss this and I'll be continuing with the next problem. Okay, no problem. See here, answer is not option B. I told you already. Standard deviation is unaltered. If you add k for the new data, option A is the answer. Yeah. Mean deviation, variance, standard deviations are not altered. Okay. Let's move on to the next problem. Answer this. Yes. What is the answer for question number 2? Yeah, they have given the one data. The variance of the data 2, 4, 5, 6, 8, 17 is defined as 23.33. And verify what happens for the new data. It is multiplied by 2. This is also multiplied by 2. All are multiplied by 2. And into the 34. 23.33 they have given. All are multiplied by 2. Variance must be multiplied by k square. What is that common term? 2 square. 23.33 into 4. 4 2 is 8 plus 1 9. 93 point, I think it is 32. 4 3 is 12, carry 1. 4 3 is 12 plus 1, 13, carry 1. 12, 13, carry 1. 4 2 is 8 plus 1, 9. 93.32 option B is the right answer. I think all of you are getting this idea, right? How to calculate the variance if the one data, if you know the data of, because they cannot give you the much data because that will take more time. So they will give one data and depending on that, you have to find out the variance of the new sequence that will be varying plus k or minus k or multiplied by k or divided by k. Okay, right. Let me move on to the next problem. Yeah. Answer this. The mean deviation for n observations x1, x2, dot, 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 xn from their mean x bar is given by xi minus x bar. Okay. Mean deviation, that indicates you have to take the difference and then sigma 1 by n. Yes, B is the answer, correct. Why not D? Because it is square is there, that is for variance. And here 1 by n is missing. If you put 1 by n also, that will be the formula for variance, not for mean deviation, right? Here it is 1 by n is missing, that is why not the answer. And one more thing, modulus should be there, because we have to take the difference. Option B is the right answer according to the formula. Yeah. Yes, answer this question. Question number 6. Following are the marks obtained by 9 students in mathematics test 50, 69, 20, 33, 53, 39, 40, 65, 59. The mean deviation from the median is. First thing is that you need to write the data in ascending order or in descending order. Then you have to take the midpoint. Yes, answer this. Write it in ascending order first. Find out the median. Then you take the difference because mean deviation is required. Take the difference with the original data and add and divide it by 9. That will give you the answer. Okay. What is the median? What is the minimum value here? 20, right? Twenty, 33, 39, 40, 50, 53, 59, 65, 69. Yeah. I want to find the middle value. 50 is the median. Okay. 50 is the median. Now you have to take the difference. For taking the median, that is mean deviation, formula is sigma xi minus not x bar, which is denoted by m. Median is denoted by m divided by n. Now check the 50. With 50 and 50 is 0. First data. 50 and 69, 19. 30. 13. Sorry. 20 and 50, it is 30. 33, it is 17, right? Plus 39 and 50, 11. 40 and 50, 10. 15. Last it is 9. Whole divided by 9. Yeah. What is the answer? If you add these two, 30, 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 10, 70, 85, 85 plus 17 is 102, 102 plus 9, 111. Well, 11, right? It is 109. Is it 109? Please check it out. 30, 30, 60, 70, 85, 85 plus 15 is 100, 102. The last, what is the difference? It is 19, right? Or 69. Sorry. 59, right? It is 9 only. Okay. It is 111. It is right. 114. 53, I have missed. 53. That is 3. Correct. 3 data. 3 data and again 3 data. Correct. 114. Correct. 114 divided by 9. How much? 9 ones are 9, 24. 9 twos are 18. 2, 24, 6. 6, 7. Yeah. 12.67, option C is the right answer. This is how you have to calculate. Little bit lengthy, then also you can calculate easily because the concept is very easy. Remember this is 114 by 9. Okay. Now we'll go for calculating standard deviation. How to calculate standard deviation? You have to find out x bar first. What is that? 6 plus 5 plus 9 plus 13, 12 plus 8 plus 10 whole divided by 7. Total number of items is 7. 11. 11 plus 9, 20. 20 plus 25, 45. 45 plus 10. 55 plus 8, 63. Divided by 7. 9. 9 is the x bar. Okay. Now, you have to calculate the standard deviation. For that, you have to take the difference, then square it. Okay. When you are calculating variance, you have to take the difference, then square it. What is that? 6 and 9. 3. 3 square is 9. 5 and 4 square, 16. 9 and 9, 0. 13 and 9, 4. 4 square is 16. 12 and 9, 3. 3 square, 9. 1 square, 1. 1 square, 1. Divided by 7. The answer 16 plus 9, 25, 25, 52. 52 by 7, that is variance. What is standard deviation then? Square root of variance. What is that? Root of 52 by 7. Option A is the right answer. Okay. It will not take much time if you are very focused and if you are concentrate on the calculation properly. Right? Now, yeah. Let's move on to the next problem. Question number 8. No, because if they give numbers, then it's very difficult to do the shortcuts. Right? Just take the difference and square it. Yeah. There will not be more than 6 or 7 data. Maximum it is 9. Yeah. Many of them are answering the question. Exactly, option C is the right answer because you need to take the difference, then square it, right? Whole divided by n, square root of. Or if they ask variance, then option B would be the right answer, right? 1 by n is missing. Yeah. Square root of sigma xi square by n minus x bar square is there. Actually, option B can be, that there can be also the answer, xi square by x bar square divided by n. Okay. So we have one more formula. Why d is not the standard deviation? X bar is not divided by n. No, x bar itself is sigma xi by n whole square. No, there is missing, right? Whole square was missing, right? Okay. Let me show you the different formulas. Let me come back to the formula here. See here. For variance, x1, x2, xn are the n values of the variable x, then by definition, 1 by n into sigma equal to 1 to n xi minus x bar square, that we represent it as sigma square. If you multiply, you can take this n here, but the one thing is that if you compare with my last step, it is sigma xi square divided by n is there minus this n will not multiply with this, right? There should not be bracket after that. See here. Show you this formula and another one. Now tell me what is the, yeah, see. Sigma xi square by n, the same thing, minus x bar square, that is also right, and with the square root. This is what we call it as shortcut formula. When you are studying the previous year, you studied it as a shortcut formula, sigma xi square divided by n. Yeah, this can also be the answer, option C and D. Okay. So you can take this also as the variance, the standard deviation. This is also one of the formula, remember. I'll explain once again. Variance formula is sigma xi square by n minus x bar square, or sigma xi minus x bar whole square by n. Okay. Yes, Rohit, tell me.
Sorry, sir. Previous question, you can explain me once again, sir.
Which one? 7th.
No, sir. That 114 divided by 9. That standard deviation. Variance. This one, sir.
What is the doubt?
Not this one, sir. 114 divided by 9. Previous question, sir.
Yeah, this is what 114 divided by 9.
So this one.
What is the doubt?
I think calculation is wrong, sir.
No, it is right. Because the 50 is the median. I have taken all the differences.
But 50 minus 9 is 59. 9, no, sir.
No, I have taken the 50 as that number. If I start with this 30, I have written here.
Yeah, sir. But 50 minus 59 is 9.
I
You
will
take.
Yeah, I have taken 9 here actually, which is not properly
Oh,
visible.
okay. Thank you. That was my doubt. Couldn't see that. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Xi minus x bar whole square divided by n. Now we'll move on to this question. Question number 9. The mean of 100 observations is 50 and the standard deviation is 5. The sum of all squares of all the observation, if this is important, this kind of problems is asked in the examination already. Yes. Which formula I will use here? The mean of 100 observation. N, what is the value of n? 100. What is mean? X bar is 50, they have given. Their standard deviation is what? 5. The squares of sum of all the data, that is sigma xi square, right? Now I will apply the formula for sigma square, that is variance. What is the formula? The second formula I will write here. Sigma xi square divided by n minus x bar whole square. X bar, what is x bar? Which is xi divided by n only. Okay, there is need not to divide it by n. What is sigma? It is 5 square, 25. This I will keep as it is because this is what the result. 100 minus 50 square. Okay. Now, if you shift this 50 square to other side, what is 50 square? 5 square is 25, double 0 plus 25 is equal to sigma xi square divided by 100. Twenty-five, 25. You add these two 25, 25 and then double 0, which is equal to sigma xi square. This is what the data 25, 25, double 0. Option C is the right answer. Okay. You have to remember this formula also. Sigma square is equal to sigma xi square divided by n. Right? Now, please answer this question. Question number 10. Yeah, ABCD observations with mean M and standard deviation, yes, the standard deviation of the observation. If all the data are added by plus k, then there is no change in the standard deviation. Exactly, option A is the right answer. Good. Next. What about here? Question number 11. Yes. Good. When the data is multiplied by k, standard deviation is multiplied by k. What if they asked variance? What happens if they ask variance? Yes, then you have to multiply it by k square. Exactly. Good. Next. Question number 10. Standard deviation of first n natural numbers. Yes. Option A. Yeah. A is the median. A. Option A. Okay. Okay. I will explain all that now. Yes. We'll move on to the some standard results. Okay. About the sum of the natural numbers. What is x bar? For 1 to 10, it is very important. You have to learn up to 10. Then you can solve any problems, different types. Up to 10, what is x bar? Sum is what? 55, right? Sigma xi will be 55. I think all of you know this, sum of the first 10 natural numbers. Then x bar is 5.5. Remember this. Okay. Now mean deviation. What is mean deviation? 2.5. Remember that. What is variance? 8.25. You have to remember. Standard deviation. Xi is the sum of the data. X1 plus X2 plus X3 plus X4. This is X1, X2, X3, X4, X5, X6, X7, X8, X9, X10. That data that will comes up to 55. Okay. Now SD. What is SD? 2.87. But remember this much. That is up to 10. Then only you can do the problem very easily. Now tell me, what is the standard deviation for first and 10 natural numbers? It's 2.87. If you are really interested, you can write down the 5.5. and take the difference and square it. Since that difference is 0.5, you can square it. You will get the last two digits as 25. Then also you can proceed with the problem and add it divided by n. Yeah, it is not visible. Oh, sorry. I've written everything actually. For variance, we have to square. I think if you came late, then you can understand. Yeah. For variance, we have to square it. And for mean deviation, just take the difference. Okay. Now, question number 13. Yes, consider the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 10. That is sum of natural numbers, right? If 1 is added to each number, variance of the number so obtained is. So variance will not be altered, right? It is as similar to the last problem, that is 8.25 is the answer. They have asked here variance, not the standard deviation. Right? Next. Consider the first 10 positive integers. If you multiply each number by -1 and then add 1 to each number, the variance of the number so obtained is. Add 1 and multiply by -1. Five 5.5, 2.5, 8.25, 2.87. Answer for question number 14 is, consider the first 10 positive integers. If we multiply each number by -1 and then add 1 to each number, that becomes -1, -2 up to -10. Then add 1 to each number. That will not affect, right? And if it is multiplying, that will affect. But the thing is that the previous 8.25 is the variance that has to be multiplied by -1 square. -1 square, remember. -8.25 only. Yeah. Next. Please answer this. Very important. The similar kind of problem which is asked in the examination, previous year examination for Karnataka CET. Apply the formula, what I have suggested. That is sigma square is equal to sigma xi square divided by n minus x bar whole square, right? Or you can write this x bar as, I'll tell you one more technique, that is sigma xi by n. Both are same. We can replace that x bar by sigma xi by n. Both are same because sum of all the data divided by number of elements. What is sigma xi square, x square? That is 18,000 divided by how many size of the sample space? It is 60 minus sigma xi is 960 divided by 60 whole square. 0, 0 cancelled. Here also. Can we cancel 60 and 60? Is it possible? Don't do like that. 6 ones are 6. 6 ones are 6 30s are. Okay. Now it is 300. I think one more 0 is left out here. 300 minus 16 square, that is 256. Answer is 44. Option D is the right answer. Good. Very good. Yeah. Now move on to solving the problems of the category. Yeah, first let me solve this problem. Question number 17. D. Some of them are telling that it is D. No, D is wrong. No, option C is also wrong. Exactly, Satyajit is right. Option A is the correct answer. I'll tell you how. Standard deviation of some temperature data in degree Celsius is 5. Standard deviation is 5. What is sigma square 25? If you convert this standard deviation in terms of Fahrenheit, how to convert standard deviation to Fahrenheit, sorry, degree Celsius to Fahrenheit? Fahrenheit is equal to 9 by 5 C plus 32. I think all of you know this formula, right? Fahrenheit, 1 Fahrenheit is equal to, yeah, for 1 Fahrenheit, 9 by 5 C plus 32. And F minus 32 is there. Yeah, to convert this into, let me replace this C by 5 plus 32. Okay, 5 and 5 get cancelled. So let me do one thing. For calculating in terms of Fahrenheit, here if it is added by 32, if each data is added by 32, then there is no change in the data. And if the whole data is multiplied by 9 by 5, this 5 must be multiplied by 9 by 5, right? So 5 and 5 will be get cancelled. You will get the delta, that is sigma, standard deviation as 9. What is sigma square in Fahrenheit? Is 81. This is in terms of degree Celsius. This is in terms of Fahrenheit. 81. Right? ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತು ನಿಮಗೆ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಈ ಜ್ವರ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಅವಾಗ ಬರೋದೇನು ಫ್ಯಾರನೈಟ್ 98 ಫ್ಯಾರನೈಟ್ ಅದು ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸಿಯಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಮುಗಿದೋಯ್ತು ಇರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಯಾ ಎಕ್ಸಾಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ 98.6 Fahrenheit, that is the minimum. And if that reaches 100, 101, 102, you have to check for a fever, right? That is measured in Fahrenheit actually. Yes. What about in degree Celsius fever? Yes, it is 36 and above. That is 35. Yeah, 37. Good. Very good. Next, I think 81. I think all of you understood how this will be, how this has to be calculated. If you add 32, then there is no problem. So since it is multiplying, I have multiplied this sigma, that is standard deviation, by 9 by 5. I got sigma as 9. But I want the variance, so it is sigma square is 81. Good. Solve this kind of problem. Oh, the same problem is asked in, answer this. Question number 20, Karnataka CET 2015 question, the same problem we have solved just 1 hour back. Yes, very good. Those who have worked it out, because all the problems, what they are asking is from, again, exemplar. There are some chapters you have to concentrate from exemplar. I am telling repeatedly. Yeah. Karnataka CET 2019 problem. Attend this. or 251600. Mm-hmm. Let me check. The mean, that is x bar is given as 50. What is the value of n? 100. What is standard deviation? 4. Then sum of all the squares. You have to take this formula, squares, because of that squares. That is sigma square is 16. Sigma xi. What is sigma xi? Sigma xi whole square. Let it be as it is. N is 100. Sigma x bar square, that is 50 square. Yeah. 50 square is how much? 2500 plus 16 into 100. Is that right? Is equal to sigma xi square. What is that? 251600. 2516. If you add these two, this 00 will add. That is the value of sigma xi square. Very easy question was there in the examination. I think the problem will be of this type only. So you have to remember the formulas here. That is very important. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now, I want to discuss the last concept, which is very important to finish the remaining problem. There is coefficient of variation. So there is many formulas with when it is grouped data that they will avoid, I think so. But you have to know the formula of that, right? CV, that is coefficient of variation. I'll explain here. No problem. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. Coefficient of variation, CV. Remember, coefficient of variation. We have a formula for coefficient of variation, that is sigma, that is standard deviation divided by x bar into 100. So this is the formula, very important one, to calculate the variations, coefficient of variation. Actually, very detailed theory is there, but we don't have that much of time to discuss all that. If you remember this, only this formula, this will be a plus point for you, because in previous year examination, what we have discussed, that is there is one the problem, that is sigma xi square, to find out that value. And one more is sigma divided by x bar into 100. Yeah. So now we'll solve the problem here. The first problem, coefficient of variation. Yeah, we'll do this. Karnataka CET 2017 problem. Try to answer this. CV formula 60. Standard deviation is 24. Next bar is, we have to calculate. CV 60 sigma 24, x bar is, you have to calculate, apply that formula. CV is equal to sigma divided by x bar into 100. What is CV? 60 is equal to what is sigma? 24 divided by what is x bar into 100. 0 and 0 get cancelled. 6 ones are, 6 fours are. If you take this x bar to the other side, is 40. X bar is 40. I'll tell you one more thing. Usually the summation will be improper fraction, right? You can cancel option B and D by with only one data. 40 number of items will not be there usually, right? Option A is the right answer. Yeah. You can do the next problem. 2017 and 2016. Both the problems are from coefficient of variation. This year also you can expect the same kind of problem from coefficient of variation and standard deviation. Yeah, answer this. Yes, 28.25. Yeah. Coefficient of variation of two distributions are 60 and 70. The standard deviation are 21 and 16 respectively. Then their mean is coefficient of variation, that is CV1. When they give you two CVs, you need to write like this, CV2. What is sigma 1? 21. Sigma 2, it is 16. What is x bar, x1 bar? What is x2 bar? Yeah. For that, CV1, okay. Now we have to calculate CV1 is 60, right? Which is equal to 21 by x1 bar into 100. And this is 70 is equal to 16 divided by x1 bar into 100. You can cancel this 0. 3 2s are, 3 7s are. X1 bar is equal to 2 1s are, 2 5s are. Is equal to 35. What about here? X2 bar actually. 16 by 7 into 10. How much? X2 bar is 160, or you can simplify this. 7 2s are 14, 20, 7 2s are 14 again, and 7 is 14, 20, 7, 14, 24, 6, 60, 7 8 is correct. 22.8 is the answer for this. And you need to take the mean of these two. That is, x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 by 2. They told that their mean is, whatever the result you are getting, mean value, their mean. So it is 35 plus 22.8 by 2. Answer is 757.8 by 2. 2 ones are 2, 17, 2 8 is 16, 20, 28.9. Sorry, I think some calculation error is there, I think so, because 16 divided by 7 is 7 twos are 14, 2 remaining, 20, 7 twos are 14, 60, 40, 85, 85 is there here, 22.85. Add this, we'll get 5. And 9 twos are 18, 28.92. Is there any options which contains 28.9? No. I think there is an error in the calculation. Let me check. 16 divided by 7. 2.285, 22.85, it is right. 22.85 plus 35. Yeah. What is the mean value? Into 10 plus 35. It is 7.85 divided by 2. Yeah. 28.92. You don't have any such options, right? Let me re-verify the data. 60 and 21, correct? Yeah. And 70 and 16. 70 and 16, yeah. And then X2. Everything is right. We'll go for 28.25, okay? I think this has to be, maybe there is some mistake in the nearest answer. That is why, okay. You can check it out, that option. Maybe while I'm typing, maybe there is a typing mistake. Yeah, 28.92 is the mean value. You have to take the mean of the both the results. Yeah. Yes. Let me move on to next problem. Yeah. Do this. Similar type, but difference of the standard deviation. They have asked. First, you need to calculate the standard deviation. Then we'll go for taking the difference. There are two data, CV1 and CV2. Make it two separate cases and find out the standard deviation. Yes, question number 16. Coefficient of variation of two distributions. What is the answer? Please concentrate on this concept because this is very important. You can expect from this part for this year. Sigma 1 is 15. Okay. Sigma 2 is also 15. So what is the difference? 0. Yes, exactly. Very good. 50. Here it is 60, right? Arithmetic means that should be in the denominator. Sigma 1. Sigma 2 is 25 into 100. 0, 0 cancelled. 5 3s are 15. What is sigma 2? 0, 0 cancelled. 25 ones are, sorry, 25 4s are cancelled. 4 ones are, 4 15s are. That is also 15. The difference between the standard deviation is 15 minus 15. Answer is 0. That is right. Good. Yeah. This is what the last problem. Question number 2014 problem. Find out, please. Arithmetic mean of the distribution is. Very easy question. Exactly. Option D is the answer. Very good. 60 is equal to standard deviation. They have given 21 by x1 bar into 100, right? 3 2s are, 3 7s are, 2 1s are, 2 5s are. 35. x1 bar is equal to 35. Correct. Next. Yeah. So this is what the problem. The last time they have used sigma x square. Maybe I am expecting this year the coefficient of variation. Don't forget to remember revise these formulas. I think with that you can get 1 marks easily. Yeah. So in the next session we'll take that's good, Sanjay. 99. Yeah, we'll take the sets relation functions. Okay. Yeah, in our college, 100 out of 100, many of them are there. Fifth rank is there. State fifth, yes. Right, good. Yes. For the next class, we'll take up sets relation functions. Maybe 5 to 6 questions will be covered in that topic. Don't forget to attend the class. Yeah, it is very important. Yeah, this PDF is uploaded already. Right. Thank you so much.
Close ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು ಸರ್.
Sure.